Thumb and first finger together. And we'll begin with just a little bit of pranayama, but before we get there, if you'll cruise your attention through your body, just take a moment to notice how you feel in your skin and your bones. Right? This is a good opportunity to notice if there are places that you'd like to adjust around or be extra attentive to, or just like aware of as we move through our practice. This, of course, can help inform modifications that you'd like to take. And allow the sensations in the body to kind of guide the way more than anything else. So begin to just trace your awareness along with your breathing, such that as you inhale, you draw the breath in through the nose and all the way down to the pelvic floor. And as you exhale, maybe have a sense of the breath just rooting you into the earth. So in many ways, our practice is to ascend up and out of the body. But there is, of course, this very real and important energy channel that roots into the earth, that is moving in the opposite direction. And so I think this is a really valuable way for us to approach practice, acknowledging that there is, yes, an ascending force, but there is also a descending force, that which is grounding, that which is manifesting. We'll shape the breath a little bit more now with a round of square breath. We're going to use the count of 4. Square breath, very simple. You'll inhale for a count of 4. We'll pause the breath for a count of 4. We'll exhale for a count of 4 and pause the breath out for a count of 4. And we'll do it together 4 times. Okay, so take again a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. And then begin. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pause. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. And pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. And pause. Last one. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. And pause. And then just breathe in and out. Again, noticing, of course, the draw in of the breath, the descent of the breath, and then that which expands up through the crown and also releases through the root. And bring your hands together in front of your heart and rub your hands briskly back and forth for a moment. Keep rubbing, rub. Okay, lots of heat between your palms. Take another inhale breath here. Then as you exhale, release your hands to the sides of the body and shake your hands out a little bit. They say this is one of the ways that we can clear the chi in the body. Keep shaking. Take another inhale breath here. As you exhale, lower your hands to the floor. Then inhale, extend your arms to the sky, reach up tall, and exhale your hands to the third eye. And now a moment just to focus your mind. So on an intention that's stated in a positive way in the present tense. It's the subtle reminder that everything that we are seeking is available, right? It's just a matter of aligning with it energetically and kind of releasing the doubts that stand in the way, or the way that often we can self-sabotage the very thing that we're wanting. And so here, a dedication for the mind to get out of our own way and to allow in all the gifts of the universe, all the beauty and abundance. Then take a deep breath in here. Exhale the hands to your heart. And now a moment to remember that all of that unfolds in its own time, right? And sometimes that's where we start to create doubt or skepticism. But it may just be a matter of things having to fall into place at the just right time. So remember that there is a bigger picture at play. There's a whole karmic unfolding that we are a part of. So from here, we dedicate the heart and remember the practice of patience. We'll open our practice now with 3 rounds of Om, but first take another inhale to fill up all the way. Exhale it all out. Inhale for Om. As you exhale, bow the chin in, and you can release your hands, allow your eyes to open, and I'll have you extend your legs forward out in front of you. Bring your hands gently back behind you, just turn your fingers to face back. We're going to start just by swaying the feet from right to left. Okay, remember, I want to think of this as like the femur bones moving in the hip sockets, just some movement there for the legs. Take another inhale and another exhale. And then you'll bring yourself back to center, and on your inhale, lengthen up tall, and as you exhale, you're going to start to tap all up and down the length of the leg. Good. Yeah, into the lower back a little bit. You could make some gentle fists and just kind of tap into the low back, kind of clearing out the kidneys there. And then take your tapping to rubbing up and down the length of the legs. Okay. And breathe in and breathe out. Pause at your knees and just kind of rub your knee joints a little bit. Rotate your knee cap around. And then inside of the knee, the back of the knee, outside of the knee. Grab that back of the knee from the outside. And then take an inhale and sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, just slide your hands down towards your ankles. And flex your feet. Pull your toes back for your upper body. And rotate your inner thighs towards the floor. Then broaden the collarbones and lift your chest up a little bit. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, fold forward. Good, come back up to seated and cross your ankles again, only this time take the awkward one, the one that feels a little different. Extend your one arm forward, and we'll tap up and down this arm. From the shoulder and like even up gently into your neck, from the top of the shoulder here. Yeah, and then down the arm inside and outside. Lift the arm towards the ceiling and start to tap into the armpit and like down the side of the body. It's a good way to cleanse out the lymph, right? All into the armpit, even gently into the front of the chest. And then across the top of the chest, and just kind of beat your chest. You can make a little fist with your hands Lift your chest up towards the sky as you beat, beat, beat. And then take your hand to the opposite side, opposite arm, and tap up and down. Right up into the top of the shoulder and the neck. Breathe in and out. It's kind of waking up, but also letting anything go that's existing in there. Lift the arm and tap into the armpit and down sideways. Good. And then across the top of the chest again. And one more time, open the palms and just kind of slap the front of the chest gently. Okay, and then rub. You're gonna take your hands around the ribs and around the chest. So up and down through center. Cleansing the lung meridians, the lungs themselves. Good, you'll pause now and go the opposite direction. Breathe in and out. Good, take one more inhale and one more exhale, and then bring your hands together right at the, kind of below the sternum. You'll take an inhale breath and lengthen, and as you exhale, you'll descend your hands down towards your lower abdomen. And then inhale again, bring your hands up right beneath the sternum, and exhale, push into the abdomen and lower energy down. Do that one more time on your inhale breath. Push your fingers into the body gently, right? And then lower all the way down. And then just hold your hands at the base of the torso here. Breathe in and breathe out. Lengthen up tall through the crown of your head. Take an inhale and exhale. Good. One more breath in here. And one more breath out. Release your hands down the fronts of the thighs and just kind of brush out through your knees for a moment. Good. And then take your hands to brush down your arms, one side and then the other. Shake them out again, your hands. And then bring them back behind you. Fingers face forward this time. We extend the legs one more time and we'll wave from side to side. And then push forward through one foot and then the other. So like you were pushing a pedal forward, right, one way and then the other. Notice how that affects the lower back and the sacrum. So we're just moving the back of the pelvis a little bit, stretching the SI joint slightly. Now push forward through both feet, lift, open your heart on your inhale, and exhale, lean your upper body back. You can bend your elbows a little bit and drive the shoulder blades onto the back as you breathe into your chest. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. Good, and then inhale, come back up onto the sitting bones. We're gonna keep the legs straight, or if there's another variation, that's fine. We'll take the fingers together. This is of your right hand. I'm just gonna start to tap the front of the third eye gently. Your left hand can just rest on your thigh. We'll start to tap down one side. If you'd like to bring your left hand to your left temple as well as you gently tap. You can do that. You go across the front of the forehead a little bit and trade the tapping at the third eye, one hand and then the other. Go back down towards your temples and turn your tapping into a little rubbing. And just gently rub the temples. A little pressure, but not too much. Then move your hands down to your jaw and rub your jaw joint. You're gonna move your jaw around a little bit and then open your mouth. Stick out your tongue. Good, and then start to tap down the jaw joint or jaw bone to your chin and just tap the chin a little bit. All these little marma points in the face. You're gonna tap back up the jawbone to the jaw joint and then across the cheekbones now, right to your nose. Tap your nose with your fingers, use your middle finger. Then close your right nostril and inhale through the left. Close the left and exhale through the right. Now inhale through the right. Close, exhale left. Inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. One more time, inhale left. Close, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. And then release the fingers from the nostrils. Just breathe in and out and gently tap the top of the cheekbone. Breathe in and out back to your jaw joint. And then just bring your fingers to trace along your ears and just kind of rub all into your ears. Get in there. All little folds, dig in with your fingers. Gently down to your lobes. Give your lobes a little tug. And then take your fingers to the little flap that closes your ears. It has a name, but I don't know it. Tragus? Anyway, if anyone's an ear expert. Then you're gonna push your fingers in, like close your ears. Open the right side. Close right, open left. Close left, open right. Just toggle back and forth with the plugging of your ears. Sit up tall, right? You can always adjust the sitting position. Back and forth with your ears one more time. Good. And then release both ears open. Take your hands back to tapping and right up now to the crown of the head. And just tap open the crown, and as you do, move your head from side to side. So look over to the right shoulder and then to the left shoulder. Keep tapping the crown as you turn your head one way and then the other. And do that one more time to both sides. Good, and then come back to center and lower your hands to the floor. Lift both arms to the sky one more time. And exhale your hands to your heart. Interlace your fingers, press your palms forward. Inhale, exhale, round your back. And then inhale, extend the arms to the ceiling. As you exhale, lower the hands down. We'll bring soles of the feet together now. And drop your knees out to the sides. Shift your feet forward just a little bit, just so you have enough room to rotate the torso around in a circle. Breathe in and out. There's all sorts of places, of course, in the body where energy collects, where it can hold, it can become stagnant, it can turn into blocks, right? Rotate the torso the opposite way now. We want to use our practice really as a way to kind of cleanse and purify energy channels that can collect those blocks, that can prevent energy from floating through. Come up to center now. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown, and as you exhale, fold forward. Your hands can come like to the tops of the feet as your head gently relaxes towards the floor. You're just going to kind of trace your awareness up and down the length of your spine. Let your shoulders relax and your arms relax. Take a deep inhale breath through your nose. And now exhale through your mouth and fold forward. Do that again. Inhale, fill up. Exhale through the mouth. One more time like that. Inhale, fill up. Exhale and fold. Good. And then inhale, come up to seated. We'll draw the knees together. Slide your hands behind the backs of the thighs and either just pick the ball of your feet up and off the floor or lift the whole foot up and off the floor. So you can go both feet or you can go 1 foot at a time. Okay. Once the feet are off the ground, or if they are, rotate your ankles around one way and then the other. Spread your toes and kind of squeeze them in, right? Just wake up the feet, much like you did with the upper body. Then hold and push through your feet like you were standing on something with your feet. Roll your shoulders back and lift open the front of the heart. Inhale and exhale. Take one more breath in, right into the front of the chest. One more breath out, draw navel in. And then lower your feet to the earth. Sweep them to one side and let's come onto the hands and the knees. Okay, now once onto all fours, turn your fingers to face back towards your knees. And we just stretch into the forearms, the palms of the hands a little bit. So take your time, shift your weight from right to left. You can kind of pick up one hand from the floor and then go to the opposite side. Eventually, both hands will rest on the earth. And we're going to shift the weight a little bit forward and back. So weight comes forward, shoulders forward of wrist, and then exhale, the weight shifts back. And the knees bend. We're going to keep the palms rooted to the floor. As you move around here, you're welcome also to explore moving from side to side. So to the right and to the left. You might even move that into some circles. Notice how that affects the palms of the hands, the fingers, of course, the forearms, the wrists. If you've gone in circles with your upper body, go the other way. They don't have to be big, right? Movements don't have to be huge here. Now take one more inhale and one more exhale. Bring yourself back to center. Lift your hand off the floor one at a time, shake it out, and then extend that arm forward. Do the other side, you'll take that hand forward and eventually we'll come down onto the elbows. And you're gonna lift your hips up towards the sky, and as you exhale, you'll soften your heart toward the floor. And then similar to like our tapping of the lymph in the armpits, you can feel here like a release as the arms extend forward and your heart softens towards the ground. Now, big opening for the chest, the armpits, maybe the front of the throat. You could look forward to the top of the mat if that calls to you, or you can gaze towards the earth. Take another inhale and another exhale. Awesome, then you'll slide all the way forward onto your belly and come into Sphinx pose. And breathe in and breathe out. So elbows underneath shoulders, wrists in line with elbows. You're gonna push the floor away so your chest lifts. Yeah, the shoulders will roll onto the back. You can imagine kind of pulling the body through your upper arms, your collarbones broadening. Now take a big inhale breath and reach up tall through the crown of the head and exhale. We're gonna do a little lion's breath here. There's a mudra with lion's breath. So you stick your tongue way out, like you could touch the tip of your tongue to your chin. You can roll your eyes up towards your third eye, okay? So we'll do this on our as we exhale, but as you inhale, you're gonna lower your head down, chin towards the chest. Then exhale, lift your head, take lion's breath. Do that again. Inhale, lower your head down. Exhale, lift the head. Again, like that. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, like gathering in, drawing toward the heart, and then exhaling it away. Good. Then stay here and take an inhale. Reach through your crown as you exhale, lower your chest to the floor, release your elbows to the side, stack your hands, and then just rest your forehead to your hands and give a little wiggle of your hips. You can go from side to side, or feel free to bend your knees and drop your feet from side to side. Breathe in and out. Drive the breath toward the belly, all the way down to the base of the lungs. Take another inhale and another exhale. Extend the legs straight back behind you, and now turn your toes to face out the arches of your feet towards the earth. It's a little squeeze for the back of the sacrum. Notice how that feels, and you can intensify by drawing the heels towards the earth a little more, or you can release the pressure on the heels if it's too much for the low back. Now take one more inhale and one more exhale. Inhale, lift your head, point your toes straight back behind you, then extend both arms forward and ground the palms of the hands to the floor, root the tops of the feet to the earth. Now on your inhale, lift your right arm and your left leg away from the floor. You can take your chest and head with you. Exhale and lower down. Root down, inhale, lift left arm, right leg. Exhale and lower. We'll go again, inhale to the first side. See if you can lift your arm and the leg at the same rate, the same height. Inhale. Good. Exhale, lower. Root down. Inhale, lift the second side. Exhale, lower. I guess we're on our last. No, now we're on our last one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Good. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Push your body up and back into child's pose. Knees nice and wide, your big toes to touch. And take your attention now down towards the lower abdomen. Really into the lower pelvis, into the soles of the feet, down the legs. Surrender your body toward the floor. You can extend the arms forward out in front of you, even turn your palms towards the sky. If you like, bend your elbows and bring your hands behind the back of your head in Anjali Mudra. Nice way to stretch the triceps, the upper arms, if you inch your elbows towards the top of your mat. Then just take another inhale breath here and one more exhale. Awesome, extend the hands down onto the ground, come back onto all fours, and bring your knees together underneath your hips. Extend the right leg back behind you and plant the ball of the foot to the floor and just push back through your heel a few times. Imagine kind of opening the sole of the foot, the back of the calf, stretching down through the Achilles tendon and the heel. Take another inhale and another exhale. Lift your foot from the floor as you breathe in and rotate your foot around in a circle, one way and then the other. Now inhale, lift the heart, lift your heel. As you exhale, pull the knee to the chest, draw your nose to your knee. Extend the leg if you like, reach your left arm forward and exhale, pull everything in. So just the knee or the elbow and the knee draw in, right? Inhale, extend. Lift the heart, exhale, pull in. One more time like that. Inhale, reach forward and back or just back with the leg. Exhale and pull the knee in. Now extend the leg on your inhale. Set your hand to the floor, but take your right foot over to the left. So towards the plant wall. Plant the ball of the foot toward the floor. You're just going to gaze out over your left shoulder toward your right foot. And now trace laterally from the crown of the head back through the sole of the foot. From the sole of the foot out through the crown. Take one more inhale, big breath into the right side lung. Big breath out as you curl. Then come back to center, extend the right leg, set your knee on the floor. Good, switch sides, left leg back. Plant the ball of the foot to the floor and push through your heel a few times. You can have the intention of kind of cleansing this energy channel through the sole of the foot. You'll hold and reach back through your heel, a breath in and a breath out. Then lift the foot from the floor and rotate your ankle around one way and then the other way. Take an inhale, lift your heel, lift your gaze, and as you exhale, pull the knee to the chest, draw your nose to your knee. Extend the leg if you like, reach right arm forward. Exhale and pull, elbow and knee in or just the knee. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale, pull in. Good, one more time like that. Inhale, reach forward and back. Exhale and pull everything in. Good, and then extend on your inhale. Set your right hand to the floor and bring your left foot over to the right side. Plant the ball of the foot to the floor and kind of push through your heel. And you look out over your right shoulder. Kind of bow this whole left side body. And imagine the breath breathing more into the left side now. Contract on the right, squeeze in. We take one more inhale here. One more exhale. Inhale back to center, extend your left leg, and then set your knee onto the floor. Now drop the belly, lift the gaze. Inhale, open the front of the heart. Exhale, round your back. That again, drop the belly, lift the gaze, inhale, exhale and round. One more time like that, inhale, drop belly, lift gaze, exhale and round your back. Good, to neutral spine here, inhale, exhale, walk the hands back to your knees now and extend both arms to the ceiling. On your exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Place your hands to your hips and step your right foot forward into lunge. If you like, you can grab your blocks and place your blocks underneath your hands at their highest setting. And we'll bend nice and deep into the right knee. Now on your inhale, straighten your right leg. So one of the best ways we can cleanse, right, is to connect into the cleansing part of you. Bend the knee, which is your breath. Right? There's nothing, I don't think, any more internally cleansing, I mean, other than like an actual cleanse, right? than your breath. So inhale, extend the leg straight one more time. And exhale, bend the knee. Now hold here, take an inhale and exhale. Bring your hands onto your right leg. And then you can stay right here. Feel free to release your left arm down. We'll sweep it up towards the sky, then back to the back of the room and down toward the floor. Now, if the shoulder is tight, the body will account for that by turning the torso open towards the side. But instead, see if you can keep your torso squared forward and just let your arm adjust with whatever the range of motion is. It's okay, right? We'll want to extend that a little bit. So reach back through your arm as far as you can and down. Let's go around one more time on your inhale and exhale. Now lift the left arm to the ceiling as you breathe in. Exhale, bend the right knee, lean your upper body back a little bit. Come up to center, straighten your right leg, and then place your hands to your blocks and kick the ball of your right foot from the earth. Take an inhale, draw the toes back, flex the foot. As you exhale, point your toes down towards the ground. And then do that again. Inhale, flex the foot. Exhale, point your toes. One more time like that. Inhale to flex. And exhale, point. Now lift your foot from the floor. Take an inhale and exhale. Get a little bend to your right knee. Push forward through the big toe mound, but move your right hip back. And don't worry if you're not sure if that's actually happening, right? Trust your body to know. Take another inhale into the front of the heart and one more exhale as you fold forward. Good, and then we'll switch sides. So however you want to do that, you could step forward and switch sides, or maybe just tuck the right knee back under and step left foot forward. I don't know. And eventually you'll have left foot forward, right hands to your blocks, and you'll bend the left knee nice and deep. And we'll start here with the knee bent. Now take an inhale, straighten your leg. As you exhale, bend the knee. Good. Inhale, straighten the leg, shift your hips back. Exhale, bend the knee. Draw the hips gently forward. Awesome. One more time on your inhale. And exhale, bend the knee. Now we'll hold here again. Your hands come onto your left thigh. You can stay right here or release your right hand toward the floor, and we'll rotate the arm on this side. So lift it up towards the sky and then take the arm back and down. We want to keep the shoulders and hips squared forward. So we're not letting the imbalance direct or change things, right? Rather, we're asking for balance and that which is imbalanced to adjust around. Good, take one more rotation. Inhale and exhale, and then lift the arm towards the sky and gently lean your upper body back as you bend the left knee. Take one more breath in here and one more breath out. Come up to center, straighten your left leg, bring your hands to the earth under the shoulders, and kick the ball of your left foot up and off the floor. Draw the toes back, inhale, flex the foot. As you exhale, point your toes towards the floor. Do that again. Inhale, flex the foot, and exhale, point your toes. One more time like that. Inhale, flex, open the sole of the foot, exhale, point your toes. And then flex your foot here, inhale and exhale, hold. A little bend to your left knee. Lift open the front of the chest, lighten the load in your hands, and as you exhale, pull the navel in, stretch your hips back, your foot forward. Awesome, one more inhale breath here, and one more exhale. Good, from here we'll step up to the top of your mat. You can walk your hands forward, your blocks underneath your hands. And when you come onto your feet, shift your weight forward and back. Lift and spread your toes. Take your heels off the earth. Rock your heels back, lift the ball of the feet and the toes from the floor. Your blocks or your hands on your blocks will help you, and you can always walk them forward if you feel like you need more space. Okay, rock forward and back one more time at your own pace. And then just land the weight equal in your feet and fold your upper body forward. Your hands maybe now onto your ankles, your elbows to your knees. Maybe the arms just relax towards the floor.
Now take another inhale, and as you exhale, bring your hands to your elbows. We're going to start to sway. You might widen your stance here. We're going to start to sway from right to left. And as you go to the right and the left, like the furthest way, kind of lift the opposite elbow. So I'm rocking to my left, I lift right elbow forward. Then go to the right and lift left elbow forward. Don't overthink it, right? Breathe in and out. Okay, now we're going to start to build so that we lift up all the way towards the ceiling. You're going to keep your arms as they are and you rotate around and then down toward the opposite side. Now, it's a lot to lift your arms with your back, like your arms as they are. It's a lot of work in your back, so you've got to support with your core, especially as you come away from the earth and lift the arms up and descend back to the earth with your arms down. Go around one more time on this side. Inhale and exhale. Next time you come toward the floor, pause and go the opposite way. Again, pull the navel in and press through the feet as you lift your arms up and overhead. They call this sunflower pose. Like there's beautiful sunflowers in bloom right now. They follow the sun across the sky. Breathe in and out. We've got one more like this. Inhale. Then exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Relax your arms towards the floor and fold forward. Take an inhale and exhale. One more breath in and one more breath out. Now you bring your hands to the insides of your feet. And as you inhale, we're going to draw lines up the insides of the legs. Sweep it around the outside of the hips and back down again. Bend your knees as the hands slide to the outside of the legs. And you cross the front of the foot and then come up the insides of the legs and rotate back and down. You can start to take this all the way up from the hips to the navel and then back and down the low back. Do that a couple more times, rising from the inside, taking it up and then descending down the backs of the hips. Let's come up to stand on your inhale breath and then just stay here. Let your arms relax by the sides. Take a breath in and a breath out. All right, we're going to start to move into the arms. You're going to bend your knees nice and deep and take your feet kind of wide. You're going to inhale, lift up to stand, and exhale. Right, bend your knees deeply as you sweep your arms back. Imagine kind of cleansing and releasing those things that are super easy for us to hold on to, but are not helpful or necessary. Go one more time, up and back, and then inhale to stand. Exhale and hold. Bring your fingers together above the crown of your head and imagine you're holding like an orb between your hands. Take a breath in and a breath out. Now lift up through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, descend this orb down into the third eye and hold it right here. So you're kind of gazing through your fingers. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, descend the orb toward the front of the heart. Hold it there. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lower the orb down to the navel. Take an inhale breath here. Now you'll turn your fingers towards the floor and lower the orb toward the sacral chakra. Take an inhale breath here, and then exhale, release your hands towards the earth. Then lift the arms to the sky again. The orb forms above the crown. Exhale. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, lower the hands to the third eye. Pause here, take an inhale breath. Exhale the hands to the throat. I missed this in the last one. Inhale, lift into the throat. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take an inhale breath here. Exhale, hands to the navel. Take an inhale here, turn your fingers to the earth, hands to the sacral chakra. Take an inhale breath here, and then exhale, lower the hands towards the earth. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, arms to the sky. Fingers together, exhale, stay. Lift energy up into the hands through the crown. Exhale the hands to the third eye. Hold awareness here. Take an inhale through the third eye. Exhale the hands to the throat. Take an inhale breath here at the throat, exhale the hands to the heart. Inhale here at the heart, exhale the hands to the navel. Inhale here at the navel, turn fingers down, exhale hands to sacrum. Take another inhale and then exhale, lower the hands towards the floor. Now we'll sweep through the body. On your inhale, lift up. Your hands can come through, a big exhale. Fingers at navel will release down and then hands towards the floor. So a big movement here. Widen your stance. Exhale, the hands come through center. At the navel, they turn down, fingertips, and then release all the way back up. Exhale. Imagine like an energetic wash for the spine. Bend your knees as your hands come down through the center of the body. Your fingers towards the floor, and then inhale again, you lift up. Let's go twice more. Gather energy from above, bring it down through the body. Now inhale, extend the arms towards the ceiling, and exhale, reach the arms out to the sides. Now turn your palms in opposite directions. One back and forward, and you can carry this kind of through your whole body. You might lean over toward one side, soften your knees a little bit. So it's a whole body movement through your arms, your legs, your feet, your hips. Go one more time on both sides. And then lower your hands down and bring them to the lower dantian, so the lower energy center. And just hold here for a moment. Breathe in and out. So it's all well and good that we are looking to move beyond the body, to remember what we are beyond the body. But it's also going to be incredibly helpful if we remember and practice and be in our bodies, right? This is why we're in a body, right? It's not time yet for us to be out of them. And so there is great work to be done here in our physical form, not only for ourselves, but for those around us. Now take one more inhale breath here, and one more exhale, let your hands release. Good, bring your feet back underneath your hips, and extend your arms towards the sky as you breathe in. Grab your right wrist with your left hand and stretch to the side. Shift your hips gently off center. Lengthen out of your waist and inhale and exhale. Inhale up to center, switch out your hands, and exhale to the opposite side. Shift your hips off center, gather in from above, lift through the crown, exhale, stretch over. Then inhale to center and take the hands now behind the back. Interlace your fingers. Roll the shoulders onto the back, lift open your heart, take an inhale. Exhale, shift your hips forward, lean your upper body back, lengthen through the crown, take another inhale and another exhale. Good, inhale up to center, and now slide your hands down towards your ankles. Lift up halfway on your inhale, and now step the right foot to the back of your mat and turn your toes towards the long edge of your mat. You're welcome to take your blocks with you. Your feet will turn out towards the blue walls over here. Take an inhale and exhale. Now lift up, give yourself enough space that you have room on your exhale to bend your right knee. Come back through center on your inhale and exhale, bend to the left. And again, you can use your blocks as you come through center. You can widen your stance as the body awakens and energy lines open. Just respond accordingly to what you feel happening in the body. It's very easy for us to limit ourselves, to doubt that we have the capability, or to mistrust that we don't know, right? And remember, our practice is here to serve as a way to remind us, oh, I actually do know. I am actually deeply intuitive. Go ahead one more time on both sides with the bend of your knees. Then land yourself in center, both legs straight, and fold forward as you exhale. Shift the weight slightly forward. Your hands can be on your blocks if you like. Good. Or they can come down onto the ground. You can grab your ankles if you like. Give a little bend to your knees and lift the sitting bones up and descend the crown of your head toward the floor. Use gravity to help you lengthen your spine. Use the strength of your body to lift your sitting bones up. Take one more inhale breath here and one more exhale. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips and come all the way to standing. And exhale, pause. Good, now turn your toes out and your heels in. And bend your knees deep, slide your hands to the inner thighs. Inhale, sweep your arms to the ceiling as you straighten your legs. Then hands come down through heart center, knees will bend, hands release to the insides of the knees as you then inhale, sweep back up. Exhale, come through center. Release the arms one more time. Now bend your knees, bring your hands together at the crown of the head in lotus mudra. So thumbs and pinkies together. The rest of the fingers splay out. I always like to imagine here, like, remember the gifts of the universe that pour through the crown of my head. But oftentimes when my mind is too busy, it's easy to miss. And so instead I dedicate myself to awakening the mind and to noticing the gifts and all the jewels and the gems that life has to offer that often go unnoticed. Like maybe hear the strength of my body. Take another inhale and one more exhale. Release the hands up and overhead, straighten the legs and then lower both arms down. Now bring toes and heels out. Heels and toes out. Toes and heels out and bring your legs all the way back to center. And pause. Good, breathe in and breathe out. Close your eyes. Feel your legs drawn together. Take an inhale, then exhale, place your hands to your hips. Now shift the weight into your left foot. Inhale, bring your right knee out to the side and set your foot to the calf. Your toe to the floor, your heel to the ankle. Your foot can go above the knee to the inner thigh. Breathe in and out, tree pose, Vrikshasana. Hands can come to the heart center if you like. Remember, less this is about how far out the knee can go, but more about balancing your left hip forward as the knee moves out. So yes, knee can move out, but without letting the left hip come with it, right? Arms can reach up and overhead. Breathe in and out, draw the biceps towards the ears. Take another inhale to lengthen out of the waist, and as you exhale, lower your hands down. Release your hands to your hips, set your left foot to the floor. Shift the weight, or I guess, right foot. Then shift your weight into the right foot, and as you inhale, bring your left foot up. So toe to floor, heel to ankle, foot to calf, or above the inner thigh. And then same thing, right? Want the knee to move out to the side without taking your right hip with you. So right hip stays square. Sometimes this left knee will come straight forward, but that's what we're working to move out, not only with the stretch of the inner thigh, but the strength and the engagement of the outer hip. And maybe arms reach to the ceiling, take an inhale and exhale, relax the eyes, soften the effort a little bit. Breathe in and out. Good, you guys take one more inhale, lengthen out of your waist, and then exhale, lower your hands through the heart center. Set your foot onto the floor and shake out a little bit. And then just start to bounce and shake, bounce and shake. Let your arms relax. It's really good for releasing control. You can start to move this into some twisting, right? You can jump your feet up and off the floor. You can even do like, I don't know, like modified, what is this, jumping jacks? I don't know. Just put it out there. You certainly don't have to. You can keep your feet on the floor and just shake them out. Arms can reach up and overhead. Now shake out your head. Shake out your mouth. Right? And jaw. Tongue out. Shake all the places that you're a little insecure to shake. Just shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. It's really good for your nervous system. Really good for your whole body. Just the skin, right? Let it all go and then start to bring it back to center and just hold. Take a breath in. Then a breath out. Good. Breath in. Breath out. So then one more inhale and one more exhale. Great. Right. Turn and step out to the top of your mat. Inhale and exhale, arms by the sides. Lift both arms to the ceiling as you inhale next. And fold forward on your exhale. Lift up halfway, inhale, lengthen. And now plant your hands, step your feet back, come to downward facing dog pose. Or if you like, come to child's pose. From downward dog, pedal out your legs a little bit. Stretch one heel and then the other toward the floor. Breathe in and out. And then eventually just hold your downward dog. Lift your hips up nice and high, descend down through the crown of the head and the heels. Soften the knees a little bit. One more inhale and one more exhale. Good. Inhale, come onto your knees and exhale into child's pose. So knees together this time. This is a different variation of child's pose. It will force the breath into the back of the body a little bit more. You're going to let your upper body relax towards the floor. Let your head soften down. Just another breath in and another breath out. And then you'll walk your hands back and come to kneeling. If you need the support of your blocks, just to support your knees, you can always take a block behind the backs of the heels. That might be a lot for the ankles, so you could always just adjust around that. You can always bring your hips just over your knees. Okay, but if you can sit your hips back, pull the navel in, and lengthen up through the crown of the head, broaden the collarbones. Move your low ribs back. There's a tendency here that we pop the ribs forward, the chest forward, like I'm doing it. But see if instead you can plug the ribs in. And breathe in and out. Feel the mid-low back expand. One more inhale and one more exhale. Awesome, and then we'll come out of the knees, remove whatever support was there, come onto the sitting bones, and extend the legs forward once again in front of you. This time, take your legs wide to the side. You can bring your hands kind of back behind you, maybe scoot your hips forward. And then hands can stay back behind you, especially if when you sit the low back rounds a lot. You can also sit up on your blanket to help that out. It'll help curve the low spine. Okay, otherwise the hands can stay right here. That can also help lengthen the low back. Good, and you'll flex through your feet, get a little bend to your knees. Take an inhale, lift your heart, lengthen through the crown, and then exhale, you'll fold forward. And then at some point, for some of you, it might feel okay to bring your hands to your legs, maybe even the hands forward, but I would say don't hurry to bring your hands where your ego thinks they're supposed to be. Right? We want to use the postures to support the breath, right? This cleansing mechanism that we have with us always. Your body is always kind of naturally doing that, right? When you're overwhelmed or you need a cleanse, what does your body do? But take a big breath in and a big breath out. This is the sigh, right? Okay, you're going to take one more inhale into your heart and one more exhale as you fold. Beautiful. And then bring yourself back to center, your hands behind the backs of the legs. You'll draw the feet together and set them on the floor. Shift your hips towards the middle part of your mat, and then extend the arms forward. Turn your palms to face up. Roll the shoulders onto the back and lift the chest. Now keep your feet glued and keep reaching forward through your hands. As you exhale, lower your upper body down toward the floor. Remind yourself, root through your feet, reach through the hands as you slowly lower again. And then one more time as you come all the way down to the ground. And then when you get to the floor, extend your arms overhead. Stretch your legs straight. Take a deep inhale breath here. Exhale, bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. You can rock from side to side or rotate the knees around in a circle. Go a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. And then pull the knees into the chest. Take an inhale and exhale. Awesome. Release your arms and drop your knees over to the right as you gaze to the left. Little supine twist here. Look out over your left shoulder. Imagine extending through the palm of the hand. Take another inhale and another exhale. Inhale, bring your knees back to center and drop them over to the left as you gaze to the right. Breathe in and out here. Look out over the right shoulder, right arm.
Take another inhale and another exhale, and then bring your knees back to center. Give them a nice little squeeze, and then extend the legs down onto the ground. And we'll come into our final posture now of Shavasana. Unless, of course, there are any other postures that are calling to you or any other adjustments you'd like to make. You'll let your whole body relax on the floor. Okay. Get out any last little fidgets and wiggles. And breathe in and breathe out here, however your body breathes. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes. Have a sense of like the inner ears relaxing. And even the brain. Don't worry, anything you need to remember will come back. There is great benefit for relaxing the brain. It's just like what happens when we fall asleep. It's incredibly restoring for your body, for your brain. And though it's tempting to fall asleep here, it's not the ultimate goal. We're kind of playing with that frequency of the brain as it relaxes. Remember, you have your intention if the mind has a hard time calming down. And you can always lengthen your exhales. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha 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 Jaya Jaya You now begin to bring awareness back to your physical body. You slowly and sweetly allow your breath to deepen. Gradually move your fingers and toes. Rotate the wrists and ankles. And when you're ready, reach your arms up and overhead. Stretch all the way from fingers to toes. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, hug the knees to the chest, give yourself a little squeeze. Roll to the right or the left, and we'll come up to a comfortable seated position. So we're going to seal our practice today just chanting that little mantra is chanting in Shavasana. It's very simple. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha. Those are the words. Jaya Jaya is like celebration. Devi Mata is to the earth. Namaha is like I pay homage to or I honor. So we're honoring and celebrating the beauty of the earth. So you can join in, you're welcome to just like let it wash through you. We'll sing it through 3 times. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale to chant. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha. That's 1 time, twice more. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata Namaha. Jaya Jaya Devi Mata So put your hands back together at the center of the heart. Just bow. Take a moment to give thanks. A moment to remember the dedication, the prayer at your heart, the intention in the mind. Let's seal with the chant of Om as well. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale for Om. Namaste. Thank y'all so much for being here today. Have a beautiful rest of your day and take good care, okay? We'll see you next time.